Hello guys, welcome back. SimUK here. This is Planet Zoo. Thank you so much for coming back to join me. We're going to go and do the next step in the career, which is going to be Panda Park Bear Essentials. Still partly a tutorial, and you can see there's quite a few here that we're going to have to go through, but Panda Park, that's what we're doing today. Oh, look at these. That's really cool. What a view.
Ah, pandas. They're my daughter's favorite animal. I think it's fair to say that if ever there was an animal which has captured the public's imagination, it's pandas. Well, that's assuming you ignore cats and dogs, obviously. It'll take more than a cute bear to knock them off of the top spot. Oh, but did you know? Thanks to the incredible conservation work that's being done in China and around the world, pandas are no longer endangered.
I didn't know that. That is amazing.
They're still considered vulnerable. So,
right.
This zoo is extraordinarily lucky and honored to be part of that conservation effort. It really speaks to our reputation, a reputation that you're going to be in charge of maintaining, along with all the general maintaining too. I really can't tell you how important the welfare of those pandas is. Oh, wait, I can. It is vitally important. The eyes of the world are on you, my friend. Although, perhaps more pressingly, the eyes of Nancy are on you too.
Oh, she's come with us.
Welcome to China. This
Hi, Nancy.
is Bernie's brand new Panda Celebration Zoo. So new, in fact, that it's not quite finished. But we'll deal with that later. First, let's take a tour of the zoo.
It says locate the giant panda habitat. It's not actually going to point it out to me today. I'm going to have to... Oh, there it is. There it is. I lied. Wow. That's a big habitat.
Obviously, the giant pandas are the main attraction for this zoo, and luckily for us, we have one which was born just a few days ago. Let's go and have a look at it. Go on, don't be shy. Select the panda cub.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow, look. Secluded. That's rather smart. Like a secluded panda area that people can look at from above. Can I get up? I don't know how I can. Struggling. I'm struggling with this camera. I'm gonna. There we go. Oh. Just after you stop scrolling, it seems to continue scrolling on its own accord. There we go. Look at that. That's one hell of a viewing platform, is it not? That is impressive. Okay, all right. Where is the panda cub or the panda pud?
Click on the camera to enter animal camera mode.
Yes, boss. Wow.
Oh, doesn't it just warm the cockles of your heart? So cute. Did you know that giant pandas, or Ailuropoda melanoleuca if we're being formal, are the only entirely herbivorous bears? They can actually eat up to 38 kilos of bamboo a day. Not that surprising, given that they'll spend up to 14 hours a day chomping away. I don't imagine this little fluff ball has that kind of appetite yet, though. Oh no. I just got word from one of our keepers that a sable antelope was placed into a habitat without going through quarantine first, and that they're displaying signs of disease.
Uh-oh.
We'll have to move them into quarantine to stop the infection from spreading to the other animals. To do that, go to the highlighted habitat, find the infected animal, and then select them to bring up their information panel.
Is it you, little fella?
Good. Now click move and then transfer them into quarantine. I've highlighted the quarantine facility in the zoo for you.
Highlighted the quarantine. There we go. Okie dokes.
Oh, phew. That's a relief. Now
That's
that we've
easy.
stopped the infection from spreading any further, we need to build a vet surgery so the antelope can be treated and then returned to his habitat.
Oh, look.
I've already highlighted where I'd like you to build it, so
Thank
why don't
you.
we head over there? In order to build the vet surgery, click on Facilities, Staff Facilities, and then Vet Surgeries.
Perfect.
That's the job. Vet surgeries play a very important role in a zoo, as they're the only places that vets can treat the animals. Once there's room for the antelope, the vet will pick them up from quarantine and bring them to the surgery. Yes, diseases can spread through a habitat quite easily, especially if the water inside it isn't being cleaned regularly.
Ah.
As it happens, I just got a report that one of our water treatment facilities has broken down and the water in the flamingo and saltwater crocodile habitats has gotten dirty. I've highlighted the water treatment facility for you, so you should go and check it out. Click on the water treatment facility to bring up its information panel. Good work. Now that the water treatment facility has been repaired, the water will be cleaned up in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. You can also use mechanics to repair power facilities, transport rides, spins, benches, signs, and, as you already know, habitat barriers. Now, I'll be honest, I'm still a little worried about that disease scare we had, so I think we should do some research into it. Doing research into a disease can help prevent future outbreaks of it. And even if we do have an outbreak, it'll make the disease much less potent.
Okay.
I'd like you to start some research into bordetellosis. Disease
Bordetellosis.
research can be found in vet research, so head over to your research centre and get one of the vets researching it.
Oh, I see. Here are the viruses. Let's get the best vet we have on
Lovely
the job.
Once that research is complete, I expect we'll send that disease packing in no time.
Let's hope so. Well, the antelope is already gone.
Whew! That was a close-run thing with those antelopes.
Certainly was.
I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't got them into quarantine as quickly as you did. Fast thinking there. We had a horrible outbreak of viral
That's cool.
gastroenteritis here at Goodwin House. Although, luckily, that was just limited to me and my wife.
Right. Now that we've got all our urgent tasks in hand, we can start to focus on the guests and improving their time in the park. You see, you
Sure.
can also do research into new and improved guest facilities, transport rides, as well as new types of barrier and other things via the workshop. I've highlighted the workshop for you, so head over there, select it, and then click on View Workshop.
Okay. Workshop 96.
And finally, assign a mechanic to research souvenir shops by dragging and dropping them onto it. I can't wait to see what they come up with.
I'm quite excited myself. Souvenir shops right down the bottom
Great
there.
stuff. That research will take a little while, so let's have a look at something else in the meantime. Because we've had some good news.
What's the good news?
It turns out that we're allowed to adopt more giant pandas. The
Ooh!
authorities have given us 3 females to help with our breeding program.
That's very cool.
Even so, I'm sure you know how notoriously difficult it is to get pandas to breed, so we'll have to be patient. Our current giant panda habitat is full to the brim, but luckily we've already got another habitat ready to go. But before we move our new pandas in, they'll need to go through quarantine.
Right.
Of course, we can't do that until we've accepted them. So open up animal trading and go into the animal reward section.
Oh, they're rewards.
Just
Nice.
click transfer to animal storage next to each of the pandas, and then they'll be sent there.
Fantastic.
Finally, we can send them from animal storage to quarantine. To do that, just select them in animal storage, then click send to zoo, and then click on the quarantine facility in the zoo. Don't worry, I've highlighted it for you so you can find it easily.
I think I nailed
While we
it.
wait for them to clear quarantine, you should set up their new habitat so they feel at home in there.
Right.
I'll also need you to bring over one of the male pandas from our other habitat, because without him, we're not going to have much of a breeding program, are we? So go on, move him over and get everything set up for your pandas.
Okay, let's find ourselves a male. Are there any dudes in here? Yusheng. Okay, cool. Let's move Yusheng to the new location, the new habitat, which is over here. It's rather funky as well. Let's pop him down here. I have to wait for them to arrive. Where's the gate? Where is the gate? There's the gate. Okay, so they're going to come running through here, and it's pretty much the same setup, I think, isn't it? Yeah, it's got that same skylight viewing area. It's slightly different this time. Oh, it's over the edges. There's no glass. It's pretty cool. I've got to hand it to the guys who built this. I mean, that's pretty extraordinary. That's way beyond my current skill set. I wish I was more creative. My daughter, my youngest daughter, she is super creative. I cannot wait for her to get to a point where she can manage the skills on this. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing something. Filter. Species. Giant panda. Okay, where do you want me to put this food thing? Anywhere? Plonk it down here then. Can't seem to get it flat. Yeah, that's a bit tricky. There's got to be a flat area here somewhere. How about that? That's fairly flat. We'll go there. Add a feeding station. Add food enrichment. Food enrichment. We'll go with one of those and a small fixed. Something or other there. Okay, good. Add toy enrichment. Toy enrichment. What are we thinking? Thinking a rub pillar. Definitely a good move. Pop one of those in. The bobbin. Bobbin can go. Bobbin go. Probably over here. Perfect. Increase terrain welfare to 90%. Okay. So what's wrong with the habitat here? Plants. We're lacking some plants, so let's go. Environment, plants, temperate Asia. Okay, so nature, filter, Asia, temperate, theme, East Asia. Maybe not. Classic. Oh, that's like, oh, okay, I see. All right. So, plants coverage needs to be at least 18%. Let's just pop in a bunch of... these things. So with a little Something growing out the middle. Quite nice. What are we up to? 19% more required. Okay. Bunch of these slightly different ones. Tate. Bunch more there actually. Quite nice. Little shrubbery of some sort on the corner there. Love. Squeeze one in the corner here as well. It's a nice tree. It's a nice tree. We'll have a little bit of that in the middle. It's looking very good. We're up to 21%. Water lilies. Now, how do they... So, yeah, they go in the water. Like so. It's looking rather nice. Cypress tree. I'd like a... There we go. A much taller one, I was going to say. Squeeze that up into the corner. That looks pretty good. One there lining that area, and then hopefully slightly different on this side. Nice, we're up to 22%. We've got a lot of trees. Oh yes, Japanese maple. This is my favourite tree in the world, I have to say. Japanese maple trees, absolutely stunning. We'll have a little forest, I think, over here. Mix it up a smidge. Probably too big. We'll just have the one big tree. Nice. I like that. 28%. Okay, so we need to keep going, basically. A bit of ivy spread. Oh, that spins weirdly. Is that meant to be growing up like a wall or something? So like... something like that. Not sure I've got that close enough. Have I? No. Okay, let's adjust. It is actually really tricky to get stuff exactly where you want it. I mean, it's so powerful, this manipulation tool, but tricky nonetheless. It won't quite go up against the wall there. Pretty darn close. I got it right the first time, almost. Okay, that's quite tricky. We'll move on to something else. What else do we have? Got some pink cherry blossom. Yep, that's done then. What happened there? I had that perfect, and then all of a sudden... sudden it went wrong. Let's try again then. Okay, I'm going to settle for that. That's fair. That's fair enough. Cherry blossom trees, if you don't mind. Beautiful tree. Look at that. What a stunning looking tree that is. Okay, how are we doing? We ticking the boxes? Plant welfare to 90%. We're close, very close. Plant welfare is nearly 90%. Just a few more plant types. I think that's all we need here. It says vertical, and yet it delivers it to me like that, which is weird. I think that might be upside down. I'm really not sure. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of that one. That's too complicated for me. Put some shrubs in. One or two of these. Dotted about in between the rocks. I think that'd be nice. Oops. Slightly clunky controls. Oh, that's much bigger than I was expecting. Well, slightly coming through there, isn't it? So slightly then. Pretty good. Very nice. Probably get a few plants down here. Few saucy little numbers. Mix up the shape there a little bit. Don't want it too perfect. And a little something or other too big. Too big. Oh my gosh, they're getting bigger, not smaller. Well, that's quite an interesting... no. No. That I can live with. We'll go with that. Okay, how are we doing? Have we got it? Yes, plant welfare is now finally up to 90%. Last thing we need to do is the terrain. So if I can find this panda right now. What a surprise, having a little snooze. So, terrain. We've got too much long grass and not enough short grass. very quickly come in here. Painting, we'll go short grass. Paint out a load of this long grass for more short grass. Oh, we're actually going to have to find a bit more than I realised.
Good news. Our new female pandas have been given a clean bill of health. You'd best move them into the new habitat so they can settle in. And I hope you've made their habitat as comfy as possible, because animals will only breed if they're happy.
Still got too much long grass. Okay, bring that number right down. Get this as good as we can to start with. There we go. 40%. That's within the realm. Much better. All right, let's go get these new pandas. We're going to move all the pandas to our new enclosure, which looks rather smart, I'd say.
Oh, bless. I think they'll be really happy in there. Fingers crossed we'll see some lovely new cubs sooner rather than later. Right. While they're being delivered, we'd better get on with something else. Oh, dear me. There's never any time to rest when you're running a zoo, is there?
Nope.
Well, unless you hit the pause button.
Right.
Okay, I think it's time I taught you all about work zones. I know, they don't sound as interesting as the animals, but trust me, they're ever so useful. You see, work zones are a way of making sure that your staff concentrate on specific habitats or tasks within the zoo, so they aren't wandering off elsewhere when it's time to feed the animals or the like. So let's start by creating a new work zone and then assigning a keeper to it so that they know to look after the new pandas. To do that, go into the zoo section, then click on staff and then work zones.
Zoo section. Oh, hello. What's happened? Research completed. Fantastic. Okay. You carry on doing that. I'm going to carry on doing this. Staff.
Now,
Work
click
zones.
on New Work Zone.
Yes.
To set up your new work zone, I'll need you to select the highlighted habitat gate, staff room, and keeper hut. Oh,
Gotcha.
and don't forget to name it something useful. Once you're done, just go ahead and exit the work zone creator.
Now, is that... let me just get rid of that and that, because I think you need to do all at the same time. There we go. Habitat, staff room, keeper hut. Work zone 10. Okay, good. So, what do we do now?
Now let's hire a new keeper and
Let's
assign
close
them
it,
to
I
our
guess.
new work zone. We don't want them getting distracted by other goings-on in the zoo.
Pandas.
Go on, hire one.
Second enclosure. Okay, so staff. Sorry, what do you want me to do? Do we need to assign somebody? Do we need to hire somebody? Just grab a new keeper.
Then, click on your new keeper to bring up their information panel and go to their employment tab.
Okay.
At
Employment
the
tab.
bottom, you can assign them to your new work zone from the drop-down menu.
Easy as that.
Now that we've got our lovely new Just a Memento shop designed, you should build one of them near the zoo's exit.
Okay.
That way the guests won't miss it on their way out and we won't miss out on their money.
Yes, that's basically how it works. So, guest facilities. Merchandise. No. Zoo entrance. Toilets. Information. Drink stalls. Finance. It's got to be merchandise, right? Just a memento. Just a memento. Okay, how is this going to work? I think it's going to go in this side. Select to add to group 40 or whatever it is. Ah, there we go.
Oh, that's ever so wonderful,
Lovely.
that is. Anyway, I'm just off for a moment, but I'm sure I'll have some more jobs for you to look at shortly.
Okay. Awesome.
Aw, those pandas look just adorable.
Don't they just?
I can see why people keep foolishly forgetting that they're wild bears.
You're brave.
And good work on that new gift shop branding. Just a memento. Very clever. Much better than our old overpriced gifts branding. I'm all for truth in advertising, but it was perhaps a little on the nose.
Back as promised. Right. I'd like you to increase the number of different species in the zoo. Now, you can find out what species are already in your zoo by going into the zoo section and then into the animals area. And if you're wondering how you're going to fit them all in, then mixed species habitats are a great way to save space and create interesting habitats.
Indeed.
Just make sure to check the Zoopedia to find out which species enjoy living together. E.g., don't mix lions with antelopes.
I've always wanted to do that, I'll be honest. I've always thought, why not just have one big field and put all the animals in there, and then, you know, we'll have a bit of realism. Maybe a bit too much realism, I don't know. Not sure I'd want to take my daughter to go see that, but, you know, I mean, it's the real world, isn't it, I guess? Right, okay, so how many animals do we have right now? I wish somewhere on this screen it would just tell me how many animals we had. I'm not sure that it actually does. Right, okay, so we've got, what the hell? Scorpions, crocodiles. Oh, is that a different, a gharial? It's not a crocodile at all, it's a gharial. Gharial. We got the Chinese pangolin. We've got Chinese pangolin. They look different. They must be male and female. We got a tapir, and giant tortoise, and giant tortoise. Now that's weird. Oh, there we go. Pandas. All giant pandas. We got giant land snails. We got some flamingos. We got some Japanese macaws, I think that's how you say it. Macaque. I don't know how you say that. It should like have a button there so you can click it and hear how it's pronounced. Zoo alerts. What's going on? Okay. Fine. Octopi. We got some red pandas. Okay. And a saltwater crocodile. Oh, we do have crocodiles as well. Contraceptives. All right then. So this is where we would come to administer contraceptives. Yes. Let me think then. So we could get some of the other tortoise types. I know for a fact that you can mix and match those. I'm pretty sure you can, as long as the environment is spacious enough and good enough, and they've got an area for them. There you go, a little area for them to sort of hide away from the public in. Then I think they'll be fine. So let's see if we can grab some tortoise. Sorry, which ones do we have now? Where is it? From here. That's an Aldabra giant tortoise. So if we come in here, go to the animal market, and we'll filter by Galapagos giant tortoise. We got 2 in there. We'll just grab Diego, I think. He's actually the younger of the 2. Send to the zoo. I have to put him in quarantine first, don't I? I'll do that. I'll pop him in quarantine. Okay. So what kind of animals can I mix with pandas? I'm not entirely sure you can mix any animals with pandas. think that's going to be possible. So one side here we have, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. The crocodiles must be looking at this fence and thinking, that's so unfair. So unbelievably unfair. So we've got saltwater crocodile. And here we have saltwater crocodile. But it said we had the other type. Gharial. So where's that? Oh, it's all the way over here, look. Man, these things get big. Okay, fair enough. We have Gharials on the outskirts. Is that one there? Oh, you barely see them, can you? So that's not going to work. I'm not going to be able to mix those two together. What's in this enclosure? Big doo-doos everywhere. Oh, it's the tapirs. And they're already living with the octopi. Their enrichment's a bit low. Food enrichment. Let's just grab something. Food enrichment for an octopi. You spell octopi. How do you spell octopi? Just the one thing. Just the one thing. Pop it over here. That's pretty good. Okay, let's find out what we can put in here. Zoopedia. Species data research, interspecies enrichment. Octopi doesn't benefit from sharing space with other species at all. Not even a little bit. Okay. Zoopedia. Nope, the tapir as well. Well, that's interesting. It's interesting. They shouldn't really be sharing that enclosure together, but they seem fairly happy, so that's fine, I guess. What about if I put a zebra in there? I think that would cope. They're fairly similar. Let's have a go. Let's have a try. See if we can find a zebra. Probably not called a zebra, is it? No. Typically. Plain zebra. Zebra. None. Okay, that's off the agenda then. What do we have? Some wolves. No gazelles, no springboks. No antelope. Giraffe? None. Pygmy hippo. Pronghorn antelope. Can we look at the wiki on this at all? Okay, I'm going to send it to the zoo and we're going to send it to the quarantine, which is over here. Go get our tortoise in. Yeah, trying to go. Diego. We're going to move Diego over here to the rest of the tortoises. Tortoisei. If I can find them. Where the hell are they? There we are. Good. Looks like Tempest. Oh no. That was weird. Okay, move him there. And move you over here. Somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that'll do it. So we got 15 at the moment. When they both land, we should be up to 17, and then I've just got to find one more animal to squeeze in over here. There's the entrance for this place. Here he comes. Diego! Looks pretty happy. Good stuff. Let's go check over here. There's the entrance. Is that it? Nope. I see it. I see it. What? There's no fence here. Is there meant to be no fence? Isn't it meant to be like glass? That's weird. Okay, whatever. Sure they know what they're doing. Where is the entrance? I saw it over here somewhere. There. Ah! Arrived. Enrichment. Food enrichment. For a pronghorn antelope. Let's do that real quick. That. Species. Pronghorn antelope. Boom. Just drop it there. No problem. She's happy. Well, I say she's happy. She's on her own, which is probably not good, but for the interests of completing this particular mission, I'm quite happy to ignore that little necessity. Let's just have a look here. Oh no, one. Yeah, she's good with just one. Cool. Okay. So, how many have we got? 17. We need one more. One more animal. Let's go have a look at the pandas and just see whether... Do they benefit from interspecies? No, they don't. They do not at all. Don't like to share. Alright. What do we have here? Oh, that's good work. The Japanese Mackay, chicken burger. No, they don't flipping benefit either. Flamingos, what about you guys? Come on. Somebody's got to... Like... No? Seriously? None of them like any kind of interspecies stuff. Is that a flamingo? The greater flamingo. To be honest with you, I've never seen flamingos in with any other kind of animal, so maybe it doesn't work well. Let's just have a look. Animal trading. We only need one more animal and we're good. What about a peacock? Do you think we can get a peacock in there? Cheaper. Go for that one. Center Zoo. We're going to stick some peacocks in there. We're just going to see if it works. I'm gambling a bit because so far nothing likes to share with anything, which is not ideal. We go zoo, animals. Okay, my question is, how do I look at the Wikipedia thing? Ah, Zoopedia, there we go. Peacock. Peacock. Typical. Can I search? Okay, what's the real name of a peacock? It's not a peacock, it's a... What is it? Indian peafowl. Okay, and 4 to 20. 4 to 16. So we do need some more PFALs. We can't get away with just having one. It will get us the mission completed, but causes problems later on. So let's not do that. Sunai. Suani. Try and get some ladies in here. Select all 3 of those, and we're going to move them here to quarantine. Fantastic. So, in quarantine, do we have any? Yes, we do. So we can grab you, can move you over here. Just got to think happy thoughts, really, and hope that works. Hope that they like living together. We do. Oh, cleaning up the poop. He's on poop duty. Oh, hello. What are you doing? Okay then. Just wasting time. It's fine. What's this? Efficiency. Inefficient. Number of vets. 0. Capacity. Okay. Oh, that's the quarantine. Okay, the number of vets is 0. Here we go. Zonk.
I'm sure you know by now how to make your animals happy. So you'd best get that sorted before the inspector gets here.
Bit of contraception.
Sorry, did I not mention there was an inspector coming?
Nope.
Oh dear.
Food enrichment and toy enrichment. Okay, let's do this. Habitat. Get rid of that. We go species. Indian forage box. Man, that's enormous. That's a problem. I think that's gonna fit anywhere. What's that then? Oh, that's water. Can I squeeze it in over here somewhere? Boom, like that. That's a bit random, but I'm gonna accept that. Okay, toys. Let's put this over here. That keeps him happy. Hopefully. These guys are happy too. Oh, their enrichment is low. What are they missing? Food and toy enrichment. Okay. What the hell is Indian elephant doing on there? What are these called? These are giant greater flamingos. That's what they are. So that's one sprinkler system. Not a lot of space over here, I'll be honest.
Looks like you've got everything humming away nicely. Well done.
For me.
Oh, well, it seems that with our new pandas and other species, we've attracted lots and lots of new guests. Let's work on making sure those guests are kept happy. That means making sure they have great views of the animals, lots of places to buy food and drink, and, well, lots of places to get rid of food and drink. Toilets. You should think carefully about where to put your guest facilities, though. For instance, don't put all of the food shops in the same place. Just look at how the guests are distributed around the park and put your facilities where they'll be needed the most. As long as you remember to pay attention to what the guests are thinking, you'll soon have a handle on what everyone wants.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, we need to place a chief beef, a cosmic cow milkshake, an information center, and a toilet block. So, I think we're going to use the heat map. Buildings. See what kind of buildings we've got here. Say, gas facilities. So they're quite well spread out. Quite impressed with how well spread out they are. I'd like to duplicate that. No. Yes? No. Not quite what we're after. I want the outer shell. So if we go... No, that's not what I want. I just want to grab the outer shell. Okay, we'll copy that one. We'll duplicate that toilet block. That has a negative impact on guests because it's staff stuff. Things they don't want to see. Power station. Okay. How do I... guest needs. Guest needs. Guests over here. So there's a red guest. What's their needs? They need a drink over here. So if I could find a Cosmic Cow milkshake, I could just copy it, couldn't I? Cosmic Cows over here. Well, that's an empty shell. So let's duplicate that. There we go. Now we're cooking on gas. Bring this over here. I think I can. How do I know what's the front and what's the back? This will be good for the beef. And getting this to sit properly is nothing short of tricky. Something like that. Okay, so let's go facilities. Find a chief beef. Oh, do you know what? Let's copy this again. Let's copy this again and put one over here. Yeah, sort of there, I think. Good. Duplicate one more time. Need an information center somewhere. Maybe maybe over here. This looks like a good little spot. I think we'll put it here, just slightly off corner. Good. Okay, right, facilities. Let's do info first then. Finance, information center. Group it with that. Yes. Yo. Zang Patang. So that's one done. That's good. Okay, that's all right. Over here we need a Cosmic Cow. I need to learn how to do all this really complicated. I need to find a decent tutorial on YouTube, I think. Also, you'll notice that this is definitely higher than this. This here needs to be raised up a bit. But even the professionals get it wrong ever so slightly. In here we're going to go with a chief beef. Where's the chief beef? There it is. Group to there. Now that is not right. Ah, no, no. That's not grouping well, is it? Let's try the Cosmic Cow milkshake. Now that just slots in perfectly. No issue with that whatsoever. So that's that done. I think we're going to struggle with the chief beef. It has to be a chief beef. It says so. Okay, took a little bit of manipulation, but we got there in the end. So all we need now is a toilet block, and I think we're good. Go. Let's come over here and cheat. Basically, we're going to grab this and we're going to copy it. But it's far too complicated to do anything else. Where are we going to put this thing? I think the only place I can think might sort of work quite well is over here. Ah, yes. Why the pandas? Let's do that. Slightly hidden away in the trees.
Sounds like the inspector's almost here. Now, I fully expect you to pass with flying colours.
2.5 stars we
And I
need.
might have to organise a little job exchange scheme for you with whoever's mucking out the pandas.
Sounds like a threat, Nancy. I don't like threats. Okay, pretty good. I think we're good. Just got to wait for the inspection. I think the entranceway is here, so the main dude should arrive momentarily. Ugh, dear. Any minute now. Let's get rid of some of these. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, you're in your box. Why are they in the box? Ah, yes, I forgot about the peafowls, didn't I? Okay. Select them all. Let's move them. Plonk them in here. For some reason, it doesn't look to me like they're moving. Delivery scheduled, it says. I think they're moving. I think they're moving. Okay. Are you still happy? Yes, you are. Are you still happy? I can't do anything about the food enrichment because this is the only food enrichment thing available to you, and it's not enough apparently. It's tough, isn't it? That's just tough. Here we go. The peafowls coming in. Oh, look at this. Angel Wolf. Hello. Walla Sengai. Wallace Engai. Wallace Engai. Hello. Not sure if they're visiting this zoo or my personal zoo, but I haven't worked in my personal zoo for a while. Cool. Oh, look. This is the schedule of stuff that's happened. Oh, an inspector has arrived at your zoo. Where is he? Occupy has low social problems. Stressed. Why are you stressed? Why are you stressed? Oh, going back up. You know what it is? Needed some seclusion. Somewhere to hide away from people. That's what it was. Let's go habitat. Let's go bedding. Go large bedding. We're going to pop an extra couple down here. One in the gap there. You don't have too many, really, can you? So it was just a temporary bit of stress. I think you're okay now, aren't you? She's fine. I do think they transition a little bit too quickly into stress and non-stress. It'll take a little bit longer. It should be a bit more slower paced, I think. Looking good. So there's an inspector at the zoo. Inspector target list. Inspecting greater flamingos. Okay. See if we can go find this guy. Where are the greater flamingos? They're over here somewhere, aren't they? There's the inspector guy. Oh, look at the umbrellas. That's cool. Inspector guy, where are you? Imad is dehydrated. Ooh. That's not good. Just need to put some more water in. I mean, look how much water's in here, though, to be fair. Is that the inspector? Oh. Oh, who's this guy? I think it's security or something. Look at the way he's walking. I'm the main man. I'm the main man. This is my zoo, ladies and gentlemen, my zoo. Okay. I have absolutely no idea where the inspector is. Not a Scooby-Doo. He's inspecting the sable antelope. Okay, let's go over to the antelopes. See if we can spot this guy. Does he go into the enclosure? I mean, you'd think he would, wouldn't you? To inspect things. Perhaps there isn't actually an inspector. Perhaps it's just theoretical. But we don't see any inspectors. Nobody stands out as being an inspector, at least. Engineer. Who's this guy? Oh, he's a vendor. Keeper. It's impossible to track this person down. I think we're going to pass. I don't think there's going to be an issue. Where are you now? You're inspecting the Japanese Macau queues. For a second, I thought we had a panda escaped. Just some sort of, what is it, a wooden... Just a wooden thing. Okay. Let me think. Brother Macau be cool. This. Staff room and treatment facilities. Oh, look at that. We're growing stuff on the roof. It's pretty awesome. Oh, bit of moonwalking. Do 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 Ow! This game's awesome. It's got everything. Moonwalkers, the lot. Everything you could possibly think of, they've got it in the game. It's incredible. Okay, where is this guy? Low welfare. Why? What's your problem? It's a social issue. Trying to hide. Just hide then. This. Yeah. Okay. So basically just standing under a shelter I think is enough to decrease the stress and allow them to hide. I just feel it happens too quickly, in my opinion. Right, so we got 4 stars, 5, 5, 5, 4. Oh, look. There was a guest camera button. There she is. She does exist. She is a real person. Cool. Yeah, she's relaxed. She's confident. Yes.
Goodness. You know, I really can't believe just how much you've come on during our time together.
Thank you, Nancy.
It goes to show Bernie's got a keen eye for talent. Oh, and speaking of Bernie, he's not finished with you yet. He's got a new job for you in Canada.
Ooh.
I get the feeling that you'd best pack a warm coat.
Yes.
Oh, listen. It's been wonderful getting to know you. And
You
I'm
too.
sure we'll meet again. But in the meantime, good luck.
Thank you, Nancy. You have been invaluable in teaching me all of these
I've been told
brilliant
that there are
skills.
smiles on the faces of all of the guests. And that's a real testament to the hard work you've put into this place. And if anything, I hear the animals look even happier. Although, in all honesty, it's hard to tell with the pandas. They're so,
Enigmatic.
I'm told that Lin-Lin's quite the character, though. Oh, she's really been a hit with the visitors. You could even say the business is bam-booming. And, fingers crossed, we might even be able to feature pandas at some of my other zoos, now that you've shown everyone we know how to cater for their welfare. I shouldn't be surprised, though. After all, you've become a very capable trainee zoo manager. I suspect there isn't a single task I could throw at you which you wouldn't handle with aplomb. That said, I think the next one's gonna be a bit of a curveball.
It sounds like there's a challenge coming. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed playing it. And once again, I've learned a few new little tips and nuggets of information along the way. Thank you so much for watching. Please join me again for the next one. Take care. Till then, goodbye for now.